Faith and reason. For centuries, these two words have felt like they're on opposite teams, right? Just stuck in this endless battle for the human mind. But what if that whole fight is just a big misunderstanding? Okay, let's get into it.
So, this is the classic setup we all know. In one corner, you've got faith, that's all about belief, mystery, tradition. And in the other corner, you have reason, the champion of facts, logic, and science. They're usually presented as two totally different roads to truth, and you're told, hey, you gotta pick one. But this is where we take a really sharp turn. What if that whole rivalry is actually the thing that's made up? What if they aren't enemies at all? What if they're actually allies? This is the wild idea put forward by the theologian Joseph Ratzinger, who you probably know as Pope Benedict XVI.
Yeah, Ratzinger just completely reframes the whole debate. Instead of a conflict, he offers this harmonious vision. He argues that faith and reason aren't just compatible, they actually need each other. They're partners, working together in the big search for what's real and true.
And this quote just nails it. It perfectly sums up his whole project. See, for him, this isn't just some nice-sounding phrase. It's the very foundation of his argument. Reason isn't something foreign to Christianity. He says it's literally part of its DNA. So how on earth does he make that case?
While the bridge he builds between faith and reason all rests on one single, incredibly powerful ancient Greek word, logos. Seriously, understanding this one concept is the key that unlocks his entire way of thinking.
Okay, so on a basic level, logos means word, or reason, or principle. Think of it like the universe's source code, the underlying logic that gives everything structure and makes it all make sense. It's the reason why reality isn't just pure random chaos.
But Ratzinger takes this way deeper. For him, logos isn't just some abstract idea. It is divine reason itself. It's the creative word of God that spoke everything into existence. And because of that, the universe has this rational, understandable structure basically woven into its very fabric. So, if the whole universe is structured by this divine logos, then where does our own human reason fit in? Well, this is where Ratzinger introduces a related concept, dialogos. Dia means through or across. Our human reason is meant to be in a dialogue, a conversation with that divine logos that fills all of creation.
And this is the crucial part. For that conversation to even happen, our reason can't be this closed-off, arrogant system that thinks it has all the answers. It has to be humble. It's got to be a reason that's open, that listens, and that understands its own limits, ready to receive a truth that's way bigger than itself.
Now, when you start to see the world this way, everything shifts. Suddenly, the act of believing isn't some blind leap in the dark. It actually becomes a deeply reasonable, logical choice.
Let's just walk through the logic here. 1. God is logos, or divine reason. 2, this logos shows itself to us both in creation and through revelation. So 3, we use our reason, our dialogos, to engage with it. The result? Faith. But not a blind faith, a rational and relational act of faith. It's a reasonable response to a reality that is itself built on reason. But, and this is so important, he adds another layer. This isn't just about you alone in a room thinking hard. Ratzinger makes it clear that this kind of rational faith is fundamentally relational. It's about a personal encounter. And it happens inside a community as part of a shared conversation that's been going on for centuries. Okay, so what's the big takeaway here? Why does any of this deep theology matter for us right now? Well, it points toward a way of healing one of the biggest splits in the modern world. It's an idea for a broader, more complete enlightenment. You see, the original Enlightenment, for all the good it did in championing reason, also kind of created this deep divide between the world of facts and the world of faith. What Ratzinger is calling for is a new Enlightenment, one that doesn't throw reason away, but actually expands it, so it can once again engage with the biggest questions we have, questions about faith, meaning, and love. And that really leaves us with a final, pretty provocative thought. Ratzinger's work challenges all of us to rethink some of our most basic modern assumptions. It asks us to just imagine for a second, what could our world actually look like if faith and reason weren't seen as rivals, but as what they could be, essential partners in our shared search for truth?